Welcome to Truman's Town Hall with your host, Matt Truman.
Hello. This is Matt Truman. Thank you for downloading this episode. Thank you for sharing with a friend. This isn't a normal episode. I know I haven't done a podcast in a couple weeks. I'm going to get back at it. I've been watching, reading, paying attention to the same things you folks have been paying attention to. I have some analysis that I'm going to bring to you on the next episode, which should be in the next few days. Folks, we're living in strange times. And I've been talking about this on this podcast for months, since last year, right? We're going into March. This is March 1st, 2022. Russia has invaded Ukraine. There are threats among threats going around. And there's propaganda going around. Folks, we just don't know what to believe, right? There are things being pushed on the to us through the media. So be very cautious on what you believe, what you think is happening. I have been reading up on a lot of different things. I've been watching different videos, paying attention to the news, and studying history. And what we are living through right now is a historical event, and I hope it ends well. I pray for each and every one of you. I pray for the world, and that's what we have. We have God, and that's it right now. I don't mean to sound like a pessimist, but the world is weird, and those leading us through all of this, I don't know if they truly have the best interest for the people in mind. To further talk about that, today, right, is the State of the Union address by President Joseph R. Biden, and we'll see what he has to say. I think a lot of us will pay attention to what he has to say. So I want to hear that. Definitely want to hear that. And purposely, that's why I haven't done a podcast in a while. I wanted to wait and see where we go from here. From the last reports, Russia had a 40-mile-long convoy going in to the capital of Ukraine. Folks, I've been talking about this since last November on this podcast, that, hey, Russia's looking at Ukraine. They will not invade until after the Olympics. I've been right on a lot of this stuff. I'm not always right. I'm wrong on quite a few things. But I was not wrong about that. I knew they had to have China. China has not come out to condemn this. China's been sending sorties over Taiwan. This is a world event. What we are experiencing is a historical world event. Take it serious. Be prepared for anything. So the 40-mile-long convoy is heading into Kiev, or Kyiv, as they're saying on the news. Maybe I've pronounced it wrong all these podcasts, but I say Kiev and it's Kyiv, right? We're learning all the geography and where things could escalate to. It could escalate to total annihilation. That's scary for me, for you, for all of us. Be prepared. So what happens when Russia secures Ukraine? What happens after that? What happens if a conflict breaks out in Poland, where a lot of the refugees are running to? What happens if it escalates over to Estonia or Latvia or Lithuania, right? Article 5, I think you've all heard this, will kick in. And then the U.S. is brought into this war of aggression that was brought on by Russia but with inaction from the rest of the world, including the United States. We could have done more. But coulda, woulda, shoulda is down the road. What we need to do now is prepare, be mindful of our situation, and understand that things may escalate further. Let's hope it doesn't go nuclear. But folks, be prepared for that. Anyway, I wanted to check in with you folks. I appreciate everyone downloading the episodes. I appreciate everyone following the Facebook page, Truman's Town Hall Podcast on Facebook. That's what it's listed as, Truman's Town Hall Podcast. And I've been posting videos and different things over there, so you might want to, I update that more than I do this podcast. But be prepared. I'm going to come back in the next day or two and do a podcast with more analysis, more clips from around the world on what folks are thinking. And, all we can do is pray. Folks, we need to pray for the world. We need to pray for Ukraine. We need to pray for the United States and Russia and everyone, all the civilians that are involved in all of this. Because civilians, we're not pulling the strings. We're just reaping the benefits of the hierarchy that we've placed in our governments, or not, or that we've been given our governments, right? Depending on where you live in the world. I pray for you folks. I hope you're doing well, and let's hope all this ends with on a good note. Let's hope we don't go into World War III. But I don't know. I'm very pessimistic at this point. Thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. I will talk to you folks in a couple of days, and I'll have a better analysis, a better program for everyone. Thank you. Bye.